Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So today is Saturday. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon in California. Uh, just got done watching the Pope's message to the youth of the world that was broadcast or simulcast out of Chicago. David and his wife Michelle went to uh, the protests, the No Kings protests in San Francisco. Unfortunately, I was not able to get to one because the one that was by my house was not by my house. I had set my whole day up to go to Redwood City for their protest, and I went online to find out what time it started, but there was no protest in Redwood City, so I kind of should have done a little more research, I suppose. But like I said, I just got done watching the Pope's message, and I wanted to come online and share some of what that message was if you haven't seen it. What I'll do is I will try and put a link um, in the description to it. I know that it's going to be out there on YouTube, so if you just type, Pope Leo message Chicago, you'll find it. It's about 8 minute long message that he shared, and the theme of the message was hope. And he was acknowledging to the young people of the world, who have went through the difficult times of COVID-19 and the pandemic, um, that it's discover the love of God, and that will bring hope. And some of the quotes are, you are the promise of hope for so many of us. The world looks to you with the youth. We need you. We have to look beyond our own egotistical ways to promote hope. And kind of another very interesting point he made, which I thought was very encouraging. He goes, that light on the horizon is not easy to see. And yet, as we grow in our unity, we can discover that light growing brighter and brighter as we become that message of hope and promote peace and unity throughout the world. And he basically was, encouraging young people and frankly all of us to live in service of one another. And that's and that's what Dave's kind of been trumpeting that message as well. How you treat the least of our brothers, right? And that's truly what it is. It's service to one another. um, and I felt that was the being in service to one another helps you find the true meaning of life. And that really resonated with me. I do volunteer time at the local food bank, and that brings me a lot of joy. It's a lot of work. It's manual labor, and I'm hustling for about 3 hours on a Saturday morning, but I thoroughly enjoy doing it. Um, and it was a great message. I took some notes on it. Um, his the message was inviting people to look into your own hearts because God is present in our own hearts, and serving others, coming together in friendship so you can find true meaning in our lives. Um, it was a great message, and so I want to take a look at the energy around that, and how that's going to make a difference. What are the differences we're going to see in the near term, in the future, as a direct result of this message. If you watch the video I put out today, that came out today, um, I felt that weather was not going to derail Trump's parade. It was going to be the Pope's messaging. So let's take a look, for entertainment purposes only. Let's take a look and see how the Pope's message, how it's resonating, and what are the impacts that we're going to see from this. So let's take a look at the energy. I'm going to give this one more shuffle. Let's look at the energy of the Pope's messaging. What terrible shuffle that was. I'll do that again. Let's take a look at the energy around the Pope's messaging, and what's going to be the near-term effects of that. God, I just butchered that shuffle really bad. Hopefully I got a good cut. Okay. Foundation of the reading is the Three of Cups. People celebrating the message of hope. People coming together and enjoying one another's company. Uh, the challenge is the Eight of Wands. It's getting that message out there. Um, there's a lot of fear mongering that happens on corporate media, and we lose. They feed us fear. What we should be celebrating is hope. Underneath it, you've got the Seven of Swords. Don't let them steal your hope from you. In the past, you got the Nine of Cups. This could be corporate media, the oligarchs, American oligarchs. They've gotten everything they wanted. It's all about self satisfaction, self enrichment. They're not in service to others. Does this look like someone that's serving someone else? All the cups are behind him. The cups aren't in front of him to be offered out. The cups are behind him because I get to keep them. The current energy is the Ten of Wands. It's time to bring this cycle to an end. Ten of Wands, it's the burden. It's carrying the burden, but it's the end of the action cycle. Overarching energy is the Page of Cups. This is kind of our MAGA card. It's kind of the crazy. Hey, there's a fish in my cup. Woohoo! It's one of those. The Pope's message is grounding. It's just a very grounding message. Be a agent of hope. Be an agent of love. Serve others, and when you serve others, you make the world a better place, and it brings true life to all of us. Moving past the egotistical ways and promote a message of hope. It's all about hope. The lesson to be learned, taking care of everybody. Take care of the young. Take care of the old. Take care of your pets. The people that depend on you. Take care of your brothers and sisters. The current administration is focused on money. A pentacle's not just money. It's just things of value. Just be of service. Bring something of value. That value is your friendship. That value is your kindness. That value is harmony. That value is hope. And we've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot that needs to be undone. But we need to just get started and get to work and start bringing people together, and don't let them steal your hope. So that's the kind of the energy around it, and how we got here. Let's do a reading. We'll look at 6 months from now, as we get towards the end of the year. Will we start seeing a meaningful change? It was a very good message. I really enjoyed that. The messaging from Pope Leo. I really hope he's the Page of Cups in these cards. We need someone to break the fear cycle that we're in. Okay. How are we looking at 6 months? Okay. Hey, I'll let you peek at the bottom card. I won't look. Okay. You know what it is? I don't. I hope I showed it to you because I wasn't looking, so I might have been pointing it right at the ceiling, right? Okay, so how are we looking 6 months from now? Okay. King of Swords. A harsh truth. A truth is out there, that we are going to face a truth in 6 months. And if we face this truth, this truth is what gets us to be our happy family moment, where everyone's coming together and celebrating the hope. Underneath it is the Emperor. Okay, so we've got someone. It's a harsh truth, and if we face it, we get the happiness. We get the happy family. But underneath it, you've got someone who maybe doesn't want you facing that harsh truth, or doesn't want to face that harsh truth. In the past, you had the Queen of Swords. And this goes to the Pope's message, because he was saying, and we have to focus on ourselves first. That was part of that egotistical message. So what he said was promoting peace and harmony amongst all peoples. We have to move past our egotistical ways to promote a message of hope. We need to focus on ourselves first, and then we can promote peace and unity in the world. It's basically, you have to change your own ways first. Change yourself to be that beacon of hope, and then the world will start to respond. And that's what the Queen of Swords message was. You need to fix yourself. In 6 months from now, the current energy is the Eight of Cups. The walking away from the emotions. I think, to me, this is walking away from the negative emotions, the fear mongering that we're getting from corporate media. The overarching energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Sitting back, looking at, assessing the situation, and identifying what it is we need to bring to this. How do we make this better? Instead of charging forth boldly, okay, let's take a second to take a deep breath. I know there was some comments in this chat today about my video about, we need to take action. We can't sit back. And this is when I drew the Four of Swords on the Pope's message. And, it's like, take a moment to think about what you're doing. That's a similar card. Take a moment, think about what it is that you can bring of value. Look over everything. And this could be like a service card. We all can bring service and love and hope in our own different ways. Figure out which way works best for you and bring it forth. Lesson to be learned. It's the Judgment card. Finally, people standing up, stand up and show what you support. Stand up to be counted. The message is out there. The message of hope is out there. Do you want to be that message of hope? Do you want to make this life better for everybody? You need to stand up and be counted. Outcome. Because if we stand up and we're counted, we can get these people back in the house. We don't have to leave them out in the cold. This guy is totally okay leaving him out in the cold. So, the outcome is, it's really up to us. If we walk away from this, we reject the corporate messaging, and we walk away from the fear-mongering, figure out ways to bring things of value and things that make the world better, and make sure everyone knows this is what we want to do, we will help these people. It's cold outside, go inside. Let's invite them back inside. That's what I'm seeing in 6 months. We're not. It seems like we're not out of the woods, but if we pay attention to that harsh truth, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. Let's take a look a year from now. Tarot's not good with timing. When I was watching an NDE video, there was someone that was mentioning that by 2032 we will be in the golden age. We will recognize that we are in a golden age. And that seems like so long away. That's 7 years. Lord help us. And to me, it's like, okay, well, I'm encouraged because I think in 2028, that means that we've broken out of this cycle, because it's going to take years to mend fences and fix all the crap that's being broken. So, if we don't get rid of this administration sooner rather than later, we actually do have to wait for the 2028 elections. I'm very confident that this is over by then, and then we start making meaningful changes to make the world better. But how are we looking a year from now? Will people be embracing the Pope's message? It was funny because after I got done watching the Pope's message, some of the video feeds that came up on my YouTube channel, Laura and I, we watch a lot of retirement videos, and it was all about, oh, how much money do you need in retirement and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's so not what the Pope's message was all about. I mean, it's helpful information to know. You certainly want to be able to retire and know that financially you'll be okay. But after the Pope's message, it seemed like, oh man, that seems so shallow. I don't want to watch that. Okay, so how we look at a year from now? I'll let you peek at the underneath card. Okay, you know what it is. I don't. Entertainment purposes only. How are we looking a year from now? Okay. Well, we have taken our time to assess what we need to do and what we need to bring to make change. It was a hard-fought battle that we had to take a lot of actions and a lot of battles. Energy underneath it was the devil card. We had to overcome. We had a lot to overcome. Fair enough. Let's just say Trump and MAGA are not. They are okay with their egotistical ways, and they're not working at self-improvement. How's that? That's the interpretation I get. They are going to fight this tooth and nail. But a year from now, in the past we were celebrating. That was the foundation of the reading. The current energy is the Page of Wands. Young people coming with new messaging. And that's what the Pope's message was directed at. He was directing at young people, take new actions, new messaging. Ace of Cups, overarching energy. It's people are showing new emotions. A new emotional beginning is happening, if you will. People are, maybe we're breaking out of the fear mongering, and we're going into that love and hope and harmony. Lesson to be learned, King of Cups. You gotta love that card. That's my Pope Leo XIV card. The lesson to be learned is the Pope was right. The message was all about hope and harmony and looking into your own hearts and knowing that God is there. God's in all of us. Even our fearless dear leader, he's in there, but boy, oh boy, is he hidden. And the outcome is the Two of Cups, new relationships developing, promises, just new beginnings, if you will. So by a year from now, we're through this. This guy's gone. He's gone. We're through this. That's the energy I'm getting out of these cards. And I'm going to bury that card. I don't want to see him. I like this card much better. So that's what I got for you. I've got a couple other readings. Dave and I may do some readings tonight. If we don't do it tonight, we'll do it tomorrow. So you'll be seeing Dave in the readings starting on Monday. He's tired. He wanted to take a nap. And I wanted to go to the movies tonight with Laura. So, as you know, I like to go to see the classic movies at the Stanford Theater. And they just started the Hitchcock Film Festival. And I want to go see the movie tonight. Rebecca is playing with Suspicion. I've seen Suspicion, enjoyed it thoroughly. Wondering if Cary Grant was really going to kill his wife. But Rebecca I've not seen. And Reginald Denny's in Rebecca. And Reginald Denny was the first actor, the main actor, when Stanford Theater opened up 100 years ago. It was his movie, I'll Show You the Town, that kicked off the Stanford Theater's, it was their grand opening movie. So they're going to feature some Reginald Denny over the next few months, I'm sure. But anyways, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to beat it out of here shortly and hopefully treat Laura to a double feature and stuff our face full of popcorn, root beer, and red vines. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. I read them all, respond to many. And I want to give a shout out to Tennessee Chin, who once again gave a very kind and thoughtful contribution to the channel. You got the Nine of Wands. Thank you so much. It's lots of battles out there. Thank you for supporting us as we fight those battles. And that was the only shout out I had currently scheduled. Let's see who's leaving messages in the old community section here. All right. Cheryl Ashley, who just left a message. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? You're such a calming force today. Why, thanks. So's the Pope. So, Cheryl, you've got a major arcana, the Judgment card. Yes. Let's go stand up and let everyone know what we stand up and we believe in. And then I'd like to give a nice shout out to Rebecca, also known as Sunflower Down Under, who waves back at me when I wave at her. Hi, Rebecca. I hope you're having a great day. You've got the world. You're across the world, but you mean the world to us. And another shout out to my good friend Marcus, also known as Mangal, out there in Ireland. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Marcus. And you get the Empress, bringing lots of abundance and fertility to the world. Be careful with your fertility there, Marcus. And I just want to thank all of you for watching. I truly appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hey, I forgot the secret card for the rest of us. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to practice my editing skills. Okay, secret card for the rest of us is going to be the Four of Wands. Let's work together, celebrate in harmony. That's the message today. It's all about harmony. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, folks. Bye.